We are pressing ever forward into the amazing adventures of space and time. And this week in the lower decks, welcome everyone and thank you for joining us. I'm Captain Joe Dove, joined by Jason Roy Gaston and VHS Jace. How are you gentlemen doing?
Doing bloody well. I'm doing bloody well.
Amazing.
I am also doing bloody well.
Awesome as well. Good to hear you guys' voices. Good to see you. We've had a lot of exciting things happening in the world of Star Trek this week, aside this amazing episode. And I think we start off in the beginning with
Did something happen?
yes, there was
something did happen, but
a
I think
unification.
anybody who's clicking on this link is expecting us to talk about Lower Decks.
Yes,
So I think we should be talking about Lower Decks first.
All right. So very well. I suppose we should then have a synopsis.
Hold on. I have the synopsis. I just don't have it ready to be clicked. Let me find it because I did upload it. Where are you?
You did upload it. It's down the bottom there. I can see it, Jace.
I see it. Okay, so here we go. Yes. In Star Trek Lower Decks episode of Gods and Men, the crew of the USS Cerritos faces a cosmic entity wielding immense power, leaving them juggling monumental stakes while Captain Freeman handles delicate diplomacy. The ensigns fumble with the weighty issue of morality, ensuring plenty of awkward laughs about dropping the ball. And of course, this synopsis brought to you by ChatGPT, which, even though that was incredibly inaccurate, is still better than IMDb.
Well,
there you go.
Are you sure that's not a co-like project between ChatGPT and Agamus? Because that's what it looked like.
I think Agamus is behind a lot of the artificial shenanigans out there. Agamus.
I agree.
All right. Well, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let us hop into First Contact.
Do it.
Thanks. Well, we have an exciting world, a revisit, if you will, into the original series characters that we saw once and never again. And we're going to start off with VHS Jace. What is your first contact for this episode?
It was enjoyable. Didn't really kind of blow me away. I actually found the special guest star of the episode, her character, rather annoying by the end. Like, not even funny. Just annoying. I found her in the end, but the cube and the spheres, galactic war. It was kind of fun to see the ship get absolutely trashed with their petty dispute. And it worked okay, but it very much felt, them just ticking boxes this week.
Yeah.
I laughed, but I wasn't blown away by it.
Well, I'm sure Jason Roy Gaston was very excited for a special return this week, and let's hear your first contact.
Oh, yes. I was very happy to see Dr. Tiana come back into the spotlight in a big way. I just wish it wasn't in the worst Lower Decks episode they've ever aired.
Oh, wow. That is brutal.
There was so much wrong with this episode. I mean, it was fun. Don't get me wrong. I will take like a bad Lower Decks episode over a good episode of many other TV shows. There's certainly quality there. But as Jace already said, the guest star was just so irritating. It was like they took a Flanderized version of Mariner and made her own character, only they took away all of the good things.
Wow. Who was the special guest star?
I don't know. Whoever it was, they definitely paid
one of the that god girl, whatever her name was.
Yeah, I knew that.
God girl, whatever his name is. I thought that the whole thing with the cubes and the spheres was just, I don't want to say dumb, but it was dumb. A lot of the jokes that came from that were, to be perfectly frank, expected and kind of tired. And the big twist of both the God Ensign having powers and what happened to the two young cubes and spheres where they went off to. Yeah, I knew that was going to happen within the first 2 minutes of the episode.
Really?
It was just so predictable. Now, there was something different about this episode that I did notice, and that was that a lot of the humor was more dialogue based than usual. There was a lot of, I would say, almost sitcom-like scenes between the characters. Sometimes good, sometimes bad. It almost felt like the actors were in the same room when they recorded their dialogue. That's how much that they were bouncing off of each other. And I thought that was rather nice. I don't know if that was the case or if this was just a really good recording session or what.
Yeah.
But yeah, overall, this is the worst episode of Lower Decks, and I stand by that, and I await your arrows of hatred.
Saba Haimun was Ensign Oily.
They paid her too much.
Again, I mean, there's nothing wrong with the performance. It's just that the
line. Was there though?
Well, okay, let me rephrase that then. There's nothing wrong with the actress or the voice over artist. It's the it's the character that they made her. Like, if you're going to make her that kind of awkward, annoying, bumbling person, she's got to be funny. You've got to be able to relate to it, and they didn't do that.
No, not in the least bit.
Yeah, you know, I mean, at the end of the day, it's it did feel like, wow, you had 10 episodes, guys, and you wasted an ep on this.
Yeah,
you know, you're using basic perfunctory storylines. You're using a bad character when there are so many characters that haven't had their time yet so far in this season, like crew members, and yet we're bringing someone from the outside. You know, I just felt like they wasted real estate a lot this week.
Yeah, no, I totally get that.
I'm way more interested in the story of Brad and the alt pad than I was in anything that happened with the cubes or the god girl who should have been thrown out an airlock.
I did find it interesting that she didn't make anybody. If I'm not mistaken, that this is Plato's children, right? Is this the one where they make Kirk
Plato's stepchildren? Yes, I think so.
Yeah.
When they make Kirk and Spock dance, and it turns out the little person was the god the whole time. Is that episode? No.
I think you're thinking of an episode you made up in your head.
Oh, okay. Those are great episodes. The ones that make up here.
I'm sure it was good.
Yeah. I remember he was like, I'm Tweedledee, he's Tweedledum. Remember that one?
No, all that was real, and it was the episode that, of course, featured the first interracial kiss on television between William Shatner and Nichelle Nichols. Right. But as I remember, right, I think that Alexander was his name, the little person.
Right, correct.
I think he was born without powers, and they all kind of pushed him around. But I don't. Did he get powers? I don't know. It's been so long since I've seen that.
I thought he was the one controlling everybody.
No. It's been so long since I've seen that episode because it was also a bad episode.
I mean, it's an agony booth, maybe.
Yeah, it was. Was really bad.
All right. Well,
and I think you're getting this confused with the Corbinite maneuver with Clint Howard. Clint Howard was not behind this.
Yes. Okay.
That we know of.
But however, I did find it very interesting. My Figure Universe had brought it up. I just have to figure it up because this is something I didn't catch, and he caught it. Cube plus sphere equals triangle, UPN logo. Of course,
that's what they should have done.
Yeah,
that seems like such a missed opportunity,
right?
To do something really, No, we don't have the clip. I think I deleted the clip out of here.
Thank goodness.
Oh.
Actually, it is there, but we're not playing it. Joker's gone.
I'm not gonna do it.
But it really does, because that's a no-brainer. But what we get is this top of it's cube, and then the bottom of it's rounded.
Yeah, that's what the baby should have been.
Okay, I did laugh at Squarin.
You did laugh at Squarin?
I laughed at that. When Squarin showed up for the last minute of the episode, I just thought, God, I wish he'd been in the episode the entire time. He is so funny.
Well, the line by the mum is don't give him juice, which I did laugh at.
What do I do? I've been a parent for 5 minutes.
Anyone who's raised young kids, yes, don't give them juice.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't see this with Agony Booth eyes like you guys do. I kind of had a fun with this. I thought it was cool to speak to a species that was somewhere in between corporeal and non-corporeal. The ideas of it were really cool.
Stop it. Get some help.
All right. Get some help.
No, get some help. No, for real. I thought it was pretty, like, the ideas of it were pretty interesting. I thought it was cute. There was a murder mystery, so to speak, that ended up being pretty gross at the end. And Boimler got
yes, I did like the
yeah.
Everything in the episode was derivative, and it didn't do anything to it to excuse the derivativeness of it. It was just derivative, even though it was in a comedy setting. Like? We've seen it all.
Yeah, it felt like a 14-year-old, Star Trek nut who's written his first script.
Yeah,
like it feels like a fan-made script.
Oh,
I agree. It really does.
Yeah. All right. Well, I mean, I still had a lot of fun doing it. I also like the cameo of Talin this week. It was good to hear Gabrielle Ruiz's voice for 5 seconds. Yeah. And that was the gist of it.
But the Brad and the Doctor is the highlight of that episode.
Yes, the Brad and the Doctor was the highlight.
Most
and she went ballistic on him, which I thought was hilarious. It was
I did love his approach. I know what I got to do.
I gotta swear. Hey, beep, 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 beep. She's like, you what?
See the unbleeped
yeah, I want to know what he said.
Actually, that's an interesting question because I don't own any of them on DVD, and I'm sure you guys will be able to answer this, or even My Figure Universe. Are they unrated?
Ooh.
Like, do you get versions where there's no censoring at all?
Jace?
I don't think you do. I think that they are censored.
Oh, wow.
Personally, I kind of think when they are censored, it's funnier than whenever it's just like saying all the profanity. That's just me, though, I guess. But I don't understand. Yeah, I don't understand why they censor Lower Decks, but Discovery got to drop F-bombs.
Yeah,
Discovery dropped an F-bomb?
Oh yeah.
In the first
this is so effing cool. You're right, Ensign. This is effing cool.
Wow.
And Picard dropped F-bombs as well, which that was whatever.
Interesting.
Hearing Riker
that was Picard commenting on his own series at the time.
Yeah. I can't believe we talked.
I don't know. Hearing Riker use profanity whenever he's out in the battlefield just felt right, though. It just felt right.
Yeah, in season 3, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
At the end, this is the most powerful ship in Star Trek. If you want me to go kick your ass all the way back to take your Tal Shiar ass all the way back to Romulan space. I remember that. Anyway, let us move on to a very brief section this week in the chat. R.I.P.
It's only brief because you keep putting up the shit before the segment.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's why it's brief.
Yeah. We got a hello from Leticia. Hello. And Agamus is going to return. All right.
Absolutely.
We can only hope.
Agamus
in this show
time.
Yeah. You're thinking of the wrong episode, of course.
Yep, we told him.
The episode comes for Who Mourns for Adonis. Okay, I'll have to go back and watch that one. The episode Who Mourns for Adonis is the episode where the green hand that holds the Enterprise. Wow. Oh, you mean the thing that I used to have hanging up here? It's somewhere over here. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. It's all crushing the Borg cube in the beginning. Yeah. That's funny.
Yes. Like the
now that makes
the Smash Brothers.
Yeah. Now that makes sense for the opening for the season, having the giant hand crushing the Borg cube because they pulled from this. So apparently even Leticia knew that episode.
Yeah.
Thank you.
If you can't tell, guys, it is Friday night and we've got low energy, Joe.
Yeah.
Most of his energy this week at work, I think.
Yeah, that's for sure. And the first 2 seasons in there are censored. All right. Let us move on to want to go fire at will?
Fire at will for now.
Yeah.
Fire at will.
Fire at will.
Do we have anything more to add about this episode, or it's just it was crap? Let's move on.
It was not as interesting as the other thing that happened this week in Star Trek.
Well, that's what I'm leading to.
Yeah.
Absolutely, Joe. Yeah, that dropped out of nowhere, and actually, I wasn't even aware of anything until Jace dropped it in our chat.
Yeah, same. I didn't even know of his existence, and then after I saw it from you guys, it was all over the place, and it was like, oh God! Now,
what is the official title for it? Isn't it
Unification?
74?
Unification.
I thought there was a number attached to the
There
title
is,
as well.
and it's supposedly it's Yeoman Colt's serial number,
right.
and I think that's the name of like the series of short films.
Okay.
I think,
Yeah,
but this was Unification. Yeah,
because like previously they did when they retrieved the saucer section of the Enterprise D.
yes,
Yeah, and now this one they released, and it was Spock's farewell to Kirk. And then
it was one of the most beautiful short films I've seen, period, in years. I will be honest with you. I shed a tear at this. The moment he grabbed Spock's hand, I freaking lost it. I thought it was beautifully executed. I thought it was the best use of face, like de-aging tech that I've seen anywhere.
Yeah.
And they didn't need their voices. That's what was so beautiful about it. And it just makes you want to go back and watch a middling Star Trek film called Generations. Happy 30th anniversary, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if you want, you can go watch our review of Generations, which came out 3 months ago.
Yeah. Well,
just in time for the 30th. Yes.
Yeah. We're right on target, guys.
I've got some images, and I thought, like, because Jace, you mentioned this
hold
chat.
up.
I love this.
Yes. Gary Lockwood actually did the mocap for that. And before we do this, hold up. You guys skipped something.
Oh, do we have a synopsis? Oh, yeah.
Oh, go.
In the short film Unification, Captain James T. Kirk, William Shatner, mysteriously returns through a temple anomaly, finding himself in a fractured Starfleet torn by ideological divisions. Struggling to navigate a future shaped by his legacy, Kirk embarks on a daring mission to unite old and new generations, reigniting Starfleet's shared ideals.
I didn't see that short film.
I think Agamus got this confused with one of Shatner's novels.
Yeah.
I think so. I think so.
Sure.
Let's go back to that image though. Like,
that's cool.
Wow. It looks amazing too.
Yeah.
I knew a rock didn't kill that guy.
But look at this, the aging tech. It looks great. He looks like he is literally still on the same set in 1993. He would have been.
You do know who the actor is, who that is being mapped onto, and who was wearing those prosthetics, right?
Was it Mark Hamill?
Sam Witwer.
Oh, the man, Sam Witwer. Yes. Yeah, Sam Witwer.
The prosthetics that they put on him to play young Kirk.
Yeah.
It doesn't even need any CGI enhancement. He looks just like William Shatner in the 60s.
Oh, wow. Same way.
I don't have the close up, but I do have this shot here.
This was awesome.
Just freaking amazing and poetic and profound and totally made sense for me. Like, talk about probably the best retro fix of a average death there's ever been in film, right? I mean, they turned what was a very disappointing end to that character and is given the gift of this.
Yeah.
Like, all is good.
I thought it was absolutely excellent.
That G. Roddenberry archive, man. Like,
I love it so much.
They're nailing it, aren't they?
Yeah.
Like,
You know who was behind that? Liz and David Blass from Star Trek Picard. They had a big part to play in that. He posted a lot of stuff on Twitter today about that, which I thought was really cool. This is going to be amazing. What do you think they'll do next?
I have no idea, and I'm glad I have no idea because I don't care if it's every couple of years I get a little short film like this, whatever. I think with this, I have zero expectation and 100% appreciation. Because they didn't have to make this. No one was even really screaming out for it.
No, it was.
And then they go, here's a gift from the heavens.
Yeah, for sure. It was so beautiful. I was when I watched it, I was like, this is incredible, and literally, you nailed it. There's no words whatsoever. Not a word was spoken between any of the characters, and we got a cameo from Robin Curtis.
Yes. Yes.
Which is really fantastic.
Savage. She got to return to her role, and she wasn't a traitor. And I thought,
because she did. Like,
yeah, she's. I mean, everybody goes.
Clearly she did. If we see her in this, so.
Yeah.
I disagree. My interpretation is that she's not dead.
I thought this is a passing over.
Yeah.
Okay. No.
I always thought this is like the moments after he's dead.
That's what my universe said too.
No.
Ooh,
and I will tell you why.
Controversial.
I will tell you why I do not believe this is an afterlife. And it is because at the very beginning, we see Yeoman Colt. And I don't know why. She's the connective tissue between all of these short stories. But we see her in that starbase from Star Trek Picard Season 3 where Kirk's body is being stored.
Oh.
And she's staring at the cabinet where you can see Kirk's skeleton going back and forth. And then it has Shatner walking through the garden. Yeah. And one of the first people that he recognizes is... not Kirstie Alley. I'm sorry. I'm talking about the superior one. Robin Curtis as Saavik. Yeah. The superior Saavik. I said it. But if you look at her, she's not young. She's aged.
Yeah.
And the person with her, that's Spock's son.
The Adam.
That is Spock's son that was conceived during Star Trek 3.
Oh,
not actually.
Not actually.
Leonard Nimoy.
Adam.
No. That is Spock's son. Spock and Leonard Nimoy are different people.
What?
No way. You say lies.
He wrote an entire book about it.
I am the Senate.
I am not Spock.
I am not Spock.
And then he turned around and said, I am Spock, so that's why you guys are confused.
That's why I was confused.
Now I'm broke. That was terrible.
But what we're seeing there in the garden is a goodbye party. All of these people, all these important people in the Federation, because you see this guy wearing a dress uniform at one point. You see Saavik there. These are basically maybe the descendants of people that he worked with. Maybe Saavik is the only surviving crew member at that time. And they're there to see him off because he's about to take a trip with Lieutenant Yor from Star Trek Discovery, by the way.
Yeah, I noticed that. Yeah.
He's about to take a trip to Yor's home universe, the Kelvin universe. Oh. And that's where he meets Spock, because Spock is dying in the Kelvin universe. This takes place shortly before Star Trek Beyond. So the ramifications of that is that
this is a prequel to Star Trek Beyond.
Yeah. Spock Prime is gone, but Kirk Prime is in the Kelvin universe now.
Okay.
Whoa.
But yeah, I don't think that it's the afterlife. I think Kirk is genuinely alive.
Wow, they sold it as the afterlife. I mean, your explanation sounds absolutely accurate. I'm not going to argue it. But the normal person's just going to go, oh, he's dead, and this is the afterlife.
Yeah. But you know what? If that is what happened and the creators came out and said, yeah, he's dead, I would be like, oh, okay. Yeah, it can be interpreted either way.
You're 100%
and
right,
I hope that they don't. I hope they don't come out and say this is definitively what happened, because I like the open interpretation.
Our version. He did. He very did.
Yeah. Look, it was sensational. I don't think anyone's going to argue that. Here's a side spin-off question, because you mentioned the other, I suppose, with Sam Witwer playing a role. Who's in a healthier position at the moment? Star Wars or Star Trek as a franchise?
Star Trek.
Star Trek, yeah.
Star Trek.
Like by mile, right?
Yeah.
Like, see, they canceled that Ray movie the other day again. Like,
did they finally cancel it? Because I saw they were talking about a new trilogy.
Trilogy with us. I don't know. But Star Trek seemed the most. And it's just like the fact that they seem to seem a bit more open to come out with different ways to express their content, a la animation, CGI, short films. You know, the original attempt at an anthology series. These are bold maneuvers for a franchise that could have just stuck with the same old 22 episodes a year.
Yeah.
You know, basically singular episode format with a thin arc for the season.
Right.
But yeah, you got to give it to him.
Yeah,
Well,
no,
it's
the ingenuity
simply
is amazing.
confirming what we've known all along, and that is that Star Trek is the superior franchise.
Oh, okay. Look,
Uh-oh.
let's move on from that comment.
Well, speaking of comments, we've got a nice one from My Figure Universe. Your interpretation is solid, and I would gladly hear to that one. But I think it's really nice about it is that they didn't really explain it and they left it open to interpretation.
I agree.
By the way, what's a Star War?
That's whenever the
Damn it.
sun got into a fight with Polaris, and thankfully the sun won.
Yay! All right, I am going to give the reins to VHS Jace because we are in the mood for.
It's that time.
Yeah, we got to make up for that Jake Paul Tyson fight.
Hang on, let me get up my notes for this one because you know what time it is, Joe. Hit it, Joe.
All right, we are going in. Yeah, Star Trek.
All right, guys, this week we got a good one.
All right, are we ready?
Because you think about the giant, tough characters that we have in Star Trek, the battles we could have, and to me, there's no bigger battle than this. Here we go. It is Annoying Space Kids. There you go. Naomi Waldman versus Alexander Rozhenko.
Yeah.
Let the child violence begin.
Okay, first of all, you shut your damn dirty mouth. Naomi was not an annoying child. She was a necessary part of that crew, and she was necessary for Seven's development as a character.
I would have locked her in the cupboard. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I would have locked them both in cupboards. I don't know what it says about me as a parent, but I would have. I would have.
The frustration face shake of Jason right now. That was
all right. Well, let's get into it then.
All
You're
right,
obviously very passionate about these characters, Jason. So, who wins in a fight between Naomi Waldman and Alexander?
Okay, so Naomi and Alexander come at each other from opposite corners. They
100%.
meet in the middle, and Naomi says, "What are we supposed to do?" And Alexander says, "I don't know." And Naomi says, "I think they want us to fight." And Alexander says, "Why?" "I don't know. I don't know why these guys want us to fight." And Alexander says, "This is stupid. Want to go play?" And Naomi says, "Cool. Let's go play." And then they leave together.
So you're thinking about the childhood
friendship again?
Yeah, friendship.
Yeah,
friendship.
I say no fight. They would not fight each other. There would be no reason to.
All right. Well,
and if they did, headbutt Naomi Wildman wins.
Oh wow! I'm going the opposite way because
horns versus ridges. Horns win.
Mm-hmm. So for me, I believe Alexander is going to come out the victor of this one. He's got that Klingon spirit, even though he's a little bit timid in the beginning of our introduction to young Alexander in our good old Star Trek TNG. But I think that I do remember him having a fit and bugging out in school when they were on the Enterprise D. And
he's got issues.
Yeah, he's got issues. And I think those issues would carry him through for certain. So I'm going to go with Alexander.
Yeah.
Finally.
Before I click on the one, I've always thought that Alexander, because he's got so many emotional issues, was also not the brightest spark on that ship.
Right.
So I think she would easily manipulate him. She'd probably manipulate him so much that he'd be banging his own head against the wall.
Well, look at who Naomi's mentor was.
Good point.
Yeah, she's got that cold Borg mentality in the back of her head. You know, Naomi's just sitting there thinking, I shouldn't fight this guy. You just hear Seven of Nine's voice in the back of her head going, now is the time to defeat your enemy. Use your superior intellect.
Kill them all.
Kill them all.
Protect your collective.
Alex is so messed up though, because he'd be so needing, he so desires emotional comfort because he ain't getting that at home.
Nope.
We know that for a fact.
Yeah.
Worf is a terrible father.
Yeah. He'd be instantly in love with her too, I reckon. He'd have a massive crush on Naomi. Little boy and girl, like little boy crush. Harmless.
Yeah. Well, my figure
we need to find out what. Sorry?
My figure universe says we're hoping that this ends with a double headbutt.
Oh, so they both
Naomi
knock themselves
wins.
out.
Yeah,
Naomi wins.
Yeah.
All
And
right.
then the doctor comes in. What madness is this? You all should be. Why are you betting on this?
I got $20 on Alexander, baby.
All right, let's have a look and see what good old Agamus had to say about this. In a direct physical confrontation,
Oh,
Alexander
yeah.
would likely have the upper hand due to his Klingon heritage and combat training. However, if the fight were to involve strategy or the use of technology, Naomi's intelligence and problem-solving skills would give her an advantage. Ultimately, the outcome would depend on circumstances of the fight. But in a straightforward physical contact, Alexander would likely prevail. Isn't it hilarious that even Agnes is down for child violence?
Yeah,
Right.
to the death.
I think it's funny that Agamus basically said Alexander's an idiot.
Yeah.
Okay, but here's something we did not take into account either, which I guess would throw it to Alexander's advantage. Are we talking about, are they the same age, or are they like
Yes.
the age they're supposed to be? Because like
Yeah,
Alexander's
they're
like a
the
full-grown
techno
Klingon.
version.
While okay, all right. I
Yeah.
still
I know-
say, still say Naomi Wildman would win. I
Mm.
think that she's got a vicious streak inside of her that we would just see like her covered in blood and holding a heart up in the air, screaming to the heavens.
Nah, Alex, because he has the warrior heart.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
Naomi's got a warrior heart in her hand, screaming.
I mean, like, that kid is so messed up. Remember once his father asked him to kill him?
Oh, yeah.
Like, that's just one example of the messed up thing that kid has gone through.
Yeah.
Worf sucks as a dad.
Worf is terrible.
Your father
Anyway.
parenthood has no honor.
That was Star Trek Fun Club.
Yeah. Well, that is going to wrap it up for this week on the Captain's Quadrant. Kind of a short one because we were a little bit let down on this episode.
Well,
guys
me and
did-
Jace were. You were like,
I was
this is
just like, "Wow, look at all those shiny things flying around the screen. I'm home. I'm not at work.
Hmm.
So, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? All right.
Watch a better
Well,
episode
we've only
next
got-
week, hopefully.
Oh,
Yeah.
you know what? Before we go, they didn't mention anything about the spatial tears in this episode.
No, they didn't.
No.
I also
all.
want to say that my theory that we were watching alternate Boimler this whole season, or William
Gone.
Boimler, it's gone. Yeah,
Yeah?
that was not true.
Okay.
So I'm back to the butt bugs.
Yeah, the whole.
All reliable.
all reliable.
But then again, I guess if that was true, Dr. Tiana would have found one at the end of this episode.
Yeah, exactly. Or it would have got killed by the lightning bolt this episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's another nice moment. Before we go, we should have spoken about this half an hour ago. The delight she has pulling the lightning bolt out of
Out of
Brad's
his butt.
ass.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah. That was hilarious. Yeah. See, there was something good in this.
I
one.
want to know what Dr. Tiana reads personally.
I don't
Well,
know.
yeah, because she's got a book club.
Right.
Yeah. Is she
Ain't
like,
no
is she
lie,
like,
Oprah's-
I don't know. Is she like Fight Club, or is she like 50 Shades of Grey? I have to know this.
Oh.
I reckon classic romance novels like Wuthering Heights and stuff she's into.
Is she into Stephen King? I think Pet Cemetery would be her favorite novel.
Yeah, but they're comedies for her. They would be
Yeah,
like, oh,
yeah.
these are the funniest books ever.
Yeah. Or is she a true crime? Watching or reading Karen Nordine's episode.
She
book.
would be into like gangster books because
Oh.
she has that gangster kink. Remember where she
Yeah,
has
the girl in the
Yeah,
holodeck.
she does.
Yeah. That would be that'd be a good one.
There
All
we
right,
go.
guys.
Squeezed another minute out of the show.
Yeah, there we go. Perfect. Guys, have a great week. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Thank you for downloading. Please share it with your friends. If you can share it with 10 of your friends, we'd appreciate it so much. It means the world to us. And if you're new here, please be sure to like this video. Likes go a long way. It helps us grow, and it costs you zero. And we'll keep coming back the more you guys like us, share, and comment below. If you haven't joined us live, comment below what you thought about this episode. Did you agree with the Jasons, or did you think it was a little bit better than terrible, like I did? And we will be back next week for another episode to chat about. We will.
Star Trek is better than Star Wars.
I will not accept that. In the goddamn show.